We've been discussing how many of you want to eat local foods and you want nutrient-rich foods for your family. You want to support local growers, but you might not always know what to do with all of the produce that you get at your local farmer's market in a CSA share. And so our hope with our channel is to show you guys how you can incorporate fresh local foods, in-season vegetables into your daily meals that you make for your family so that nothing goes to waste. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make our family's favorite sauerkraut recipe. It's quick and easy, so we hope your family enjoys it.
This was our first year growing Napa cabbages, and they were so beautiful and abundant. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your cabbage, your jars, some salt, and the mason jar lids. And then you're going to take a half of a tablespoon of salt in each jar. I never really measure using anything other than a spoon. And then add a little bit of water to the bottom of each jar and shake it really well. Then, using a sharp knife, slice your cabbage into thin slices. And then you're also going to want some glass weights too, and a large bowl as shown here to put all of the cabbage into. I like to put it all into a big bowl, and then you'll see me massage it and beat it with another spoonful of salt sprinkled over all of the cabbage. And then I finished cutting it all up before I started massaging it. Now, when you're massaging, you're trying to get out some of the liquid, and you're also trying to spread that spoonful of salt evenly amongst all of the pieces of cabbage in your bowl. You can see I didn't let any of that beautiful Napa cabbage go to waste. Now just incorporating the salt one more time, beating it all down, making sure I get all of the moisture, as much moisture as possible, released from the cabbage. Now I'm setting my jars on the cutting board, and I'm just going to stuff in all of the cabbage. You could use a stainless steel funnel here for a neater transfer into the jars. I sometimes do. Here I just did it quick and I got kind of messy, but that's fine. And then after I added all of the cabbage to the jars, I added one more half of a spoonful of salt to each jar approximately. And then I just dumped water over the whole thing until the cabbage was completely covered with water. Remember to leave a little bit of space at the top for those glass weights that you're going to add at the end. And I just wipe down any moisture around the rims of the jars before placing on the lids. And here are my jars sitting next to other fermented projects I have going on at home. And every day you're gonna wanna come and check on your jars. All you need to do is take off the lids, and that one got pretty explosive when I took it off. That means it's starting to ferment nicely. So you take off the lids and you can see it bubbling right there, and you wanna wait until it finishes bubbling and simmers down a little bit, and then you can just simply replace the lids. They don't need to be on super tight, just kind of loosely put them back on. And then every day, once a day, you're gonna wanna come and burp them as shown here. And hopefully you guys find this really easy to make, and hopefully you love it as much as our family does.